May I ask a question?
What?
I see a have-a-heart trap sitting over there by those water lilies.
Yeah,
What is it?
those are my fish traps.
Okay, we have to explore that in a minute because I didn't know this was going on, and apparently this is something new. Now this is a almost. Hey everybody, welcome back to Florida Exotic Fish Sales. Today we're checking out these red Pseudotropheus Zebra Red OBs. I see a lot of them that are, I always want to go for the best OB. OB stands for orange blotch, but these particular ones we have, can't remember how long ago we got them, and they're actually, we call them red blotch because a regular orange blotch is really kind of just a brown. Which would, when you think about it in the wild, hey, would you hold your seine up tight so I can work with this, or you just stand there, you know? I taught every one of you guys how to seine, and when you come seine with me, you seine like you just learned.
Maybe you should have taught us better.
Anyway, and there's a bluefish in here, which should not be in here. But at any rate, you can see my frustration level. Plus today is payday.
So glad it's Friday.
Yeah, it is Friday. We did okay this week. We're all tired. Last week we had the joy of watching Hurricane Debbie perhaps come our way, which it didn't, thank you. Watch out for the top. Oh, Lord. I taught them everything I know. And that's probably why they're screwing up. Anyway, we had to watch that and it missed us. And it went by us as a rain event. And then it hung the coast of Florida, headed up the west coast. And it's been a problem for a week now for everybody, if not longer. But we got another one out there that they, whenever we get them out there, the first thing they do is they put the cone directly where you are. Whether you're in Florida or whatever, they scare the mortal crap out of you. So it doesn't make me happy. Okay, we gotta have a big bucket for stuff I'm getting rid of out of here. Like, this is a reverse back to the blue. There was a blue OB, so we get these. But I don't want them in here. I don't want them breeding at all. So put those. You need to put those in a big bucket because this is what I'm looking for. Red with the OB blot. This is OB. We've been breeding for this color, the real red. But in the wild, you can imagine that the female that's carrying the babies with a blotched appearance would be, like, I don't want to breed with it. It doesn't have enough blotches. Would have, that's a nice one. The females would have the blotch color so they could hide out, get away from predators while they were carrying the babies. This is a great one. But the idea is I'd rather have that than that. That's part of it, but now I can't remember where these came in. They just came in as an odd OB one. May I ask a question?
What?
I see a have-a-heart trap sitting over there by those water lilies.
Yeah,
What is it?
those are my fish traps.
Okay, we have to explore that in a minute because I didn't know this was going on, and apparently this is something new. Now this is almost a pure red. So perhaps where those fish came from originally, and we've been, like I said, we've been kind of line breeding. That's a huge old male. Probably doesn't breed anymore, but he gets to stay. Here's a nice female with a nice mouthful. I'm not gonna take them. What I'm doing here is culling out what I don't want. And we have to do this on all the fish all the time. So I want the best breeders here doing their thing. And I just noticed as we were walking out here, Glenn, this tank is behind us. Now, I didn't even know we had those anymore.
Sure.
Has anybody checked them? I haven't seen a baby in the warehouse.
We haven't. They're a very finicky
Yes.
female when she's holding, and when we do seine, they end up spitting.
Well, now that Tony's got the hatcher, we should be checking it because that's a dynamite fish.
You're gonna tell people what it is?
Yeah, when I get over there.
The
If
suspense.
I tell them now, they don't want to see it. They'll just turn their TV back on Eric Clapton YouTube. What's my favorite Eric Clapton song? You don't know, Tamara?
Tamala's behind the camera today.
Are recording.
I can see myself.
Turn it around. Oh, that's a good clip right there.
No, it's not.
That's a perfect clip right there.
Wait, is she filming?
Yeah.
What do you think is my Eric? What would you say it is, Tamara?
I have no idea.
Oh, I'm very disappointed. What's here? UPS?
5 big boxes for me.
Shells?
Yeah.
Glenn's a shell
Shell seller.
by the seashore. He's actually got a site out there. What's it called, Glenn? Well, do advertising for you.
Stonebender LLC.
Stonebender. He sells rocks and shells from the seashore, all that stuff. And he's very good at it. I mean, he really is. It's remarkable what he can do. He can look at rocks and tell you everything. Oh, this is a beautiful male. This is, oh, look at that. That is outstanding.
I like the color.
It's a female. That's okay. Woo. Now, of course, the color is perfect for them because we feed, like I said, we feed the entire farm, Stream 1.5. Got every additive so you can have natural color. We've never had it, and I never would. I never could. I remember there was some food out. I can't remember who it was. You know, somebody was making a food. They made a red food, green food, blue food. Can you imagine feeding this 4 different times or mix? Huh? Well, you can talk
I said it would take you forever to feed this farm.
if you had to do that.
Yeah.
Or you'd have to mix it anyway. So, you know, one of the things we were very fortunate with the Extreme and messing with it over the years, and then Andy's even gone farther on it, is come up with, make sure everything's balanced. I don't want my, there was a time when people said, oh, look how red I can get your fish. Well, that's really cool. Fish doesn't. And then I always freak out when I see, I'll tell you my freak out stuff while I'm doing it. Foods that have stuff like guava in it and pineapple. And it always makes me wonder, where are these fish getting the guava and pineapples? So I don't think it's necessary. And then garlic was the hit for a while. And garlic is cool, it's great, but I don't know a lot of fish that are eating garlic. But we use the right amount of vitamin C. We got to go check that trap out. I'm very interested. But I'm interested in this too. So anyway, these are, if I'm not mistaken, these were our wild Rhamphochromis ferox, the Malawi Barracuda. And this is a big predator. Like Glenn says, I was going to say crappy, but I don't think I'm allowed to say that. It spits. As soon as you touch it, it spits. And it's got huge eggs. And in the past, we didn't have Glenn's contraption to hatch them. So I guess they just decided, whoever they may be, they were not. Is there any over here? That they weren't going to check them anymore. So I have not seen, and I know we never had this many of them. So I'm saying that the big, huge ones in there were probably the original adults. And what is that Gold Lab doing in there? And here's what's remarkable. If I probably went and got a Gold Lab, another one, and threw it in here, they would probably eat it. But that little Gold Lab may have grown up in this tank, and now they're buds. So they're not going to eat them. Okay, now, I don't know if anybody's holding, but I'm going to find out what sex they are. So this is the Malawi Barracuda. There's several of the Rhamphochromis, but I think the ferox is the nicest one. And you know what's cool about this fish? Not necessarily the color it gets, but what it looks like. And this is a young one. Now that's, I hate to say it, but that's not going to get that much color. But the body design of it is what makes it sell. This is kind of a niche fish. Not everybody wants them, but there's people out there that definitely would. This is another big old male. There's bigger males in here. I'm trying to see if any females. That sure looks like a female. This was probably one of the originals. This looks like one of the original males. That's probably about as maxed out color. They get a little more blue than that. And they get the yellow anal fin, pectoral fin. Here's another one. But this is a very cool fish. Another fish that used to sell all the time just because of its facial was labrosis, which we don't carry anymore because you couldn't sell. Here's a baby right here. So they are spawning. Put its little body in there. He ain't gonna make it, but so these are a female. So we will start checking these, I think, Glenn. And you know, we might be smart to come out here, take out these wild ones, these whoppers, and get them out of here, and let these young ones do their thing. I don't know. I bet what?
Let me see the fish.
Oh yeah, sorry, dear. I think there's going to be a female that has spawned because she's dropped. Nice female. Yep, definitely one. And I would say that we probably should try to breed another female with this size and get the big ones out. And I know people would love to have them. I know they'd love it. But really, there's no. Oh gosh, this one's just loaded with eggs. Big old female, see that? Oh, there. I'm very fat with eggs. And another big old male. Okay, we have to sort some of these males out. Probably too many males in there for them to do their thing. All right, so that's Rhamphochromis. Try to say that 40 times. Ferox.
Barracudas.
Barracuda, huh?
Barracuda.
Barracudas.
Barracuda.
Now, let's go see this ingenious Glenn deal.
Take some food. I'll teach you how I catch fish. Since you've taught me everything else. Come walk over here.
Just so everybody will see, this was one of our old in-ground ponds, right there. So, when we covered up the ponds, we kept this one here. And this is kind of our pet things in here. You can see that big old, see that big old Paco? There's two of them in there. Bam. A guy brought them down here, I bet you 10 years ago, Tam. He said, could you hold these for me for a couple of weeks while I work on my aquarium? Yeah. Okay.
All right, so
tell me what
I have started using these have-a-heart traps, and the fish basically will swim into the trap. So if you take food over here, some of that mush, and you try to get it where it drops into
I can't throw worth of poop.
the trap, then the fish will go in. And people, if you can see...
Yeah, big dove eye hanging out, thinking about it, but it's not going to.
Yeah, so the small...
I can't throw over there, Glenn. Can you throw it into it? Well, don't watch your camera. Apparently, I can't go to the arcade and win anything for my wife. Oh, all right, the first time. Second time. And you can see them on the side. Are there any fish in there now?
No, because the big one was hanging out front. So anyway,
So then what happens?
When we need the big devil eye, I'll set these traps out here. Otherwise, the guys have to come with the seine and dig in
Then what do you do?
this big pit. And I kind of hang out and I keep feeding it until a big one goes in.
I just saw one swim in there. So how do you spring the trap from
Okay,
here?
see these rocks here?
Yes.
Hit the trap, hit the door on the trap.
Are you going to count on me doing that?
Yeah. Really, Biro.
Go ahead, you throw it. Shut up, Tamla. Oh,
And the door goes down.
and the fish ran away. But it does
So
work.
did we get any fish in here?
Is there anything in it?
Yep, one.
Very cool.
It looks like a little Freddy. So anyway, that's how I catch the big dove eye, especially when I'm by myself and I need to grab a fish. But
Very cool. So this is good. Hey, well, here's what we're going to do. First place, since I can't throw it, we're going to have a competition.
get a slingshot.
No, yeah, I'm going to slingshot.
There you go.
Hey,
Oh, your idea.
and I get one of the traps, you get another trap, and we'll see who can catch.
Well, you know we need Freddy's, so maybe we need to
yeah.
bait it for Freddy Max. Yeah, you can't throw with beans, Bureau.
Well, it's my bad shoulder
Use
from
your other
54 years of closing bags. It's a twist in the bag. Well, everybody, hope you enjoyed this last YouTube we just finished. Oh, there's a nice Freddy right there.
Yeah, they're right in front of the trap.
Well, you know, I'm going to have a trap, you're going to have a trap. I'll bet you if you hung a shrimp in there on a string,
Absolutely.
they'd go and tug at it and do it.
A shrimp, a hot dog, probably anything.
And one of these days, we're gonna go diving in here.
That'll be the day.
I'm gonna do it. I'll have to wear a weight belt though to get down. Anyway, everybody, thanks for being on the farm. Be sure to subscribe if you like
Bye,
what
Tam.
you saw. If you like it, let us know that. Tell your friends about us. And we're going to Alcochella in Daytona, whenever that is.
November, December.
And you know, people are asking me, somebody asked me, asked me, where are you getting all those shirts? Well, you know, I get them at concerts and stuff like that.
Friends.
Or friends. And you know, if you've got a really cool shirt, you know, maybe you can work a deal with me on a,
Extra large.
what? I'm extra large.
Yes.
On maybe a YouTube, one of these YouTube, I don't have it on.
Can
YouTube
you believe it's starting to rain?
shirt. Uh-oh. Let's go.
Say goodbye.
Bye, everybody.